happy Wednesday to you. I am sure glad you let me come visit you, and I know that a lot of folks are watching us, and I appreciate that. I appreciate this opportunity, and I appreciate Ken coming in and helping us get this video done, get it posted, and just hopefully we can continue to visit you like this and be an encouragement to you. And I know it encourages me when I know that you're interested and you're watching and you're paying attention and you're listening. So want to encourage you with the devotional today, but let me just give you a little bit of an update. Last week was a great week. Back to school, we had our back to school bash and just lots of things that we're doing to settle in. The last 2 Sundays we've had over 900 people at church, so the summer looks like it's about to fade. It's still hot, but we're getting back, settling into the fall routine with everybody's schedules and sports, and so boy, our church is continuing to grow, and I hope you get to come sometime. If not, you can watch us, and that's a good thing. We have technology. You can watch us live on Sundays at 9 or 11 o'clock, and just a lot of good things that God is doing. Already been a good week this week. We're in our series on the tabernacle. And this week we finish up on the tabernacle. We talk about the high priest. We talk about Aaron, who was the high priest at the tabernacle at the time during the Exodus. And then we moving into Hebrews, and we realize who our high priest is now, today. And so some review and talk to you about the high priest, and just hope you're enjoying that time. But this week, Monday night, we had boy, I wish you could have been on this campus Monday night. You would not have found a parking place, I'll tell you. We had Lions Club football, we had open gym with our men, and then we also had sway with our ladies. So there was no room Monday night, and I told our ladies, I said, pardon our progress, but get used to it, because we're going to be crowded here on campus during this, more than Sunday morning. Something going on here all the time. And I'm excited about that. This coming Friday, we are going to feed the team and the cheerleaders at the high school. Mount Pleasant is our high school. We're the community church of Mount Pleasant. So we'll go over Friday afternoon, and you may want to come join us. We serve our players, football players, and coaches and cheerleaders as they get ready for the game Friday night. And it's a great opportunity to minister and serve, literally serve our students, and so I can't wait. That's one of my favorite things. And then Saturday is a big day for our church. We have our men's prayer breakfast Saturday, 9 o'clock. If you've never been, I want you to come. I promise you there will be lots of good bacon and lots of good food and fellowship. And then right after breakfast, we have a work day here on campus. It's our fall work day that we work to get the campus ready and cleaned up, and lots of areas we have to work on. We help Bethany. She has her task all organized, and so Saturday's an important day for our church. I hope you can come. Sunday, 9 o'clock, 11 o'clock, the Tabernacle Part 3. Sunday night, Navigate Ministry, as well as the Tribe, our youth ministry. So a lot of good things. I did want to mention one thing. September 8 and 9, we have a marriage conference right here. It's a Friday night, Saturday morning. And I have a guest speaker and his wife that are going to come in. And this guy is just a phenomenal guy. You will love this guy. His name's Walt. And he and his wife will help us, teach us, coach us about relationships. And I know what you may be thinking. Well, we don't have a problem. We're good. But that's good. And you come and learn. Mary and I we've been married 41 years. And we're probably going to stick together. I believe we're going to make it. But we're going to come anyway, because I can be better. I can learn more and be better at being a husband and relating, and if you are married or thinking about getting married and want to come, I encourage you. September 7th, 8 and 9, right here at the church. I want you to come. It's only $10, and you will enjoy it. I promise you. You'll have a good time. So now, let me get to a verse. I want to read this one verse for you today. I'm reading from Hebrews. I believe Paul wrote that. It's not for sure, but I believe that Paul wrote this, and he's talking about an interesting thing. He's talking about sacrifice, and not the kind like a goat or a lamb, but he's talking about making sacrifices. And I want to ask you a question. Do you ever make a sacrifice for the Lord or for somebody else? What is a sacrifice? A sacrifice is doing something that is not convenient for you. See, in life, some things we do out of convenience. And a lot of things we do because they're convenient. And that's good. It's a wonderful thing if we can operate out of convenience, but it's not always possible that we can. Sometimes you've got to do something that's hard. I just told my staff, we have staff meetings, I have an incredible staff, and I say this often. Ministry is hard. It's not easy. It's not easy to help people. It's not easy to pray for people. It's not easy to help people through hard times, because people can be selfish and self-centered, but it's hard. Well, that's exactly what this verse says. I want to read Hebrews chapter 13, verse 6. But to do good and to communicate, forget not. Now let me break that down for you. This verse says three things. Number one, he says to do good. Now that perhaps in itself is a task. If we know the Lord and we love the Lord and we live for the Lord, we should be doing good. We're not doing good to go to heaven. I'm going to heaven not because I'm good. I'm going to heaven because Jesus' blood died for me and He forgave me and paid my way to heaven. Now that I'm saved, I need to do good. And so He said, number one, I want you to do good. And don't forget. Don't forget. Sometimes we forget. Don't we forget sometimes? We forget to do good. I remember the time the guy got hurt and 3 people walked by him and they were too busy and they just kept on going. They didn't have time to stop. The Good Samaritan. And finally the last guy helped him. Sometimes we forget things that we should do. Paul said, don't forget to share what you have. That's what he means here when he says, don't forget to communicate, to share what you have with others. Well, what does that mean? That means food, maybe, money, maybe. How about time? Don't forget to share your time with somebody else. Don't forget to share your energy with somebody that needs you. Let me tell you what that looks like. We get busy and we get focused, we are diligent, we want to do a good job. Even in ministry, we want to be successful and do this for God and work hard. And sometimes we get so busy that we forget that there's people around us that need us and need help. And sometimes we don't see them because we're so busy. And sometimes we're just selfish. Well, this verse says do good and share what you have with other people. Well, preacher, I don't feel comfortable talking to people about Jesus. Are you selfish? You have Jesus and you should share that because somebody around you needs Jesus. So, number one, do good. Don't forget to share what you have. And then you watch this is the last thing. For with such sacrifice, God is well pleased. When you sacrifice, now remember what sacrifice is: doing something that's not convenient for you to do, but you do it anyway. Going out of your way to help somebody. When you don't have time or money or energy, you help somebody anyway. When you go visit somebody in the hospital, when you stop and talk to somebody and pray with somebody and encourage somebody, when you sacrifice, it pleases God. It makes God happy when you sacrifice. Now, a lot of times we serve, but it's convenient and it works, it fits into our schedule, and we have money in our pocket. That's all good. That's good that you serve Jesus. That's good. But when you serve the Lord and make a sacrifice, boy, that makes Jesus happy. When you do something that is not convenient, sometimes it's not convenient. to help somebody else, and to call somebody else, and to visit somebody else, and to encourage somebody else. And sometimes they might get on your nerves, but it pleases God when you make a sacrifice to help somebody else. So, 3 things: do good, don't forget to share what you have, and when you sacrifice to help somebody else, it pleases God. So I want you to remember that. I hope you can join us this Friday when we feed the team. I hope you can join us at the men's breakfast and at our work day here at the church. And I'd love to see you here Sunday. If you can't, you watch us online. We love you. We're praying for you. God bless you.